Hey everybody, let's get legal. Let's get fully legal. Let's get so legal that you and I and everybody else can grow our own. And when we grow our own, let's not have to pay a big fee. And let's just keep some of it in the hands of the people. I mean, I know a lot of good people that grow a lot of good medicine, a lot of good herb. And they should be able to continue to do that. Vivian just said about the cannabis economy, and I got to tell you, that is exactly what we need. We need the wealth of hemp and cannabis through mom and pop small businesses all across Washington. We need it in the farms. We need it in boutique winery style grows where cannabis tourists can come and take a little bus trip and all of that. We need to grow hemp in the Okanagan area because that ground there, some of it is so bad it would just benefit from hemp so much. And the people there, the unemployment is so high that they would have living wage jobs. And I want to remind you, all this can happen, but we've got to vote on it. All right, we've got Initiative 514. So if you want to grow your own, and you have to sign the petition, you have to register to vote, get it done. We have until December 31st to get all these signatures on. This November, the initiative that's currently on the ballot will pass or fail with the people of Washington on its own merits. I advise each and every one of you to, number one, go out and register to vote, and number two, read what you are voting on. Don't listen to what anybody tells you because you're smart enough to read this for yourself. It's a long read, 68 pages, but know what you're voting on. Anybody vote on alcohol and then we had a sudden surprise of, hey, where'd that extra 30% tax come from? There you go, right there. You know what? Make sure you read it, okay? After November, it is either gonna pass or fail. And I wanna let you know that a lot of people that aren't happy with 502 are not quitting. We are not, 502 is not the be-all and end-all of cannabis reform, certainly not in Washington State. And the fact that we're running this right now proves that. There's another group that's well known in Washington State for running initiatives, and I hear that they may or may not run an initiative in 2013. But it doesn't matter if it's us or them or whoever else comes next. Until cannabis is legal for each and every one of you and your families and loved ones and friends and neighbors to benefit, absolutely benefit from having cannabis available to you, I don't know what else to tell you. We will not quit. Legalization is the safest access for our patients. When you put it into the economy where anybody can give it away or trade it or hand it over your fence like a zucchini to your neighbor, the quality, there's no reason why it can't stay up because we all believe in it. But there's every reason why the price should go down. And I want you to consider that when that price goes down, you can either shove it into the hands of the government to use what they want, or you can keep that money in your own pockets and go spend it out in your own neighborhoods, your own communities, and grow your business. Imagine all the money currently spent on cannabis now going into the legitimate economy, full-time jobs, benefits for people. And I want to also tell you, when you can grow your own in the backyard, how much energy are we going to save? All those 1,000-watt lights not burning. Oh my God, Puget Sound Energy is not going to know what to do because our energy bills are going to go down because we'll have a surplus. There is so much. I want you to all consider everything that I've told you. I want you to consider what's in the current legislation. I want you to come by Sealy Stage. Up here, we are in the booth right behind Sealy Stage. And we will be there all weekend collecting your signatures, registering you to vote so that you can make an honest and informed choice about what vision of marijuana legalization you want for yourself, your friends, your family, and your state and countrymen. So sign I-514. Get this on the ballot. If you don't sign it now, the closer we come to December 31st, the chance will be that we won't be ready to go in January of 2013. If we can qualify this, we will be in front of the legislature in January of 2013 just 2 months after whatever happens in the election happens. So please read it. I love it. It was written by a father who's worried about cannabis being in the schools when his kids are going there, when he wants them to concentrate on their schoolwork. And this guy is a consumer and a patient, and he knows he doesn't want the highest paid job for a high school student, dropout or otherwise, to be drug dealer. He doesn't want our patients that have had their access in Eastern Washington cut off. And if you haven't heard about it, you know, Spokane was first. Wenatchee is now facing problems. You know, Seattle could be coming next. You know, Thurston County, we don't know what they'll do. But when we speak out with a voice and tell them, no, we're going to have it for ourselves and we're going to set the rules, that's when they're going to have to listen. We don't create any law. When you create law, you conflict with the federal government and you lose. We do what Sensible Washington has done for the past few years, and that's remove the penalties for adults. And when you do that, the federal government is forced to use its own resources to come after us, just like they did with alcohol prohibition back in the 20s and the 30s. So don't let them have it. We take away the penalties. We don't want the big cartels coming in. We limit a grow size to 400 square feet, which is about 20 by 20. If you live in a rural area, that's a nice outdoor garden. Because we need a legitimate source of good cannabis in Washington State. We don't want to encourage the cartels to come in with huge grows out in the forest and everything else. We should be able to come together as individuals and collect our 400 square feet together and work together, not as a corporation, but as collectives and individuals. Keep cannabis safe. Keep cannabis for the people. We love you. Hempfest, you roll.